So I'm reading this random book that my wife brought home from the library that she got from a list on the 75 Hard Facebook group. It's called Personality Isn't Perfect, and it's by author Benjamin Hardy. It says, break free from limiting self-beliefs and rewrite your story. Let's see what this... All right, so here I'll show. Tipton County Library. Personality isn't perfect or isn't permanent. And what I find interesting about this book is the means or the process of falling in love with the process. In books like David Goggins' book, he talks about falling in love with the process. But in this book, he takes the exact opposite approach. He explains why process thinking leads to mediocrity, citing Peter Thiel. Indefinite attitudes to the future explains what's most dysfunctional in our world today. Process trumps substance. When people lack concrete plans to carry out, they use formal rules to assemble a portfolio of various options. This describes Americans today. In middle school, we're encouraged to start hoarding extracurricular activities. In high school, ambitious students compete even harder to appear omnicompetent. By the time a student gets to college, he's spent a decade curating a bewilderingly diverse resume to prepare for a completely unknowable future. Come what may, he's ready for nothing in particular. I kind of feel like I've been doing that my entire life. Like, I'm marginally competent at a lot of things, but not super competent at any single thing. And it's disturbing how much this book has me pegged, and how up until last night when I first started reading this particular section of the book, maybe I have to rethink almost everything I'm doing. So I've decided a couple things. One is that I'm going to publish a magazine. That's going to be my overarching goal. I want to create my own speculative fiction magazine based on the ideas of liberty and freedom. And it sounds almost silly to say. I don't want it like an ideologically based magazine that is purely libertarian or purely Republican or Democrat. I want a speculative fiction magazine that focuses on human thriving. I have to write this out, probably get a goal. But I want to actually publish my own stuff through regular channels before I start the magazine. So I want to use my money that I earn publishing short stories and maybe longer works to start a magazine. And even if I don't know, I really don't know how to goal set. This is kind of weird for me, but ultimately I want to be an editor of a magazine. And I know I don't have the skill set necessarily to be a good copy editor. I don't think I'm far from it, but I don't think I'm there right now. I think it would be amazing to have, and I already have the title in my head. I don't know if I want to share it just yet because I'm about to write a short story. So I guess my immediate goal is to write some short stories for Writers of the Future contest. That's for unpublished authors. And the prize is pretty large, significant. So, and you're competing against people who haven't been published more than one or two times. And I think that's the best way. You can write one story every quarter of the year and submit it, and get almost immediate feedback on whether your writing has any merit. I did this a while back, and I was a runner-up. There's a lot of runner-up, so it's not amazing to be a runner-up or anything. But I think it was readable. What I submitted was readable. So now I need to say I want to be a writer, though, in order to set these goals and reach for them. And it's really hard for me sometimes to sit down and write because I have so many other goals. But this book really did call me out on everything. Personality isn't permanent. So anyways, I'm doing 75 hard right now on day 8, and I'm really hoping, I don't know. I've consumed a lot of self-help in the past, and I've just never executed except on health and fitness. Like, I've been able to lose weight and stuff like that, but I've never executed financially as well as I wanted to. And even though this is risky, and creative people who do stuff like that, most of the time it just doesn't pan out. I think I've been avoiding saying I'm doing something because I want to hedge my bets. I don't want to, fail publicly, especially. So so this is what I'm doing. I'm gonna try to win the Writers of the Future contest, and I want to create a magazine in the longer term. I want to create a magazine. If you know about this particular thing, personality isn't perfect, break free from self-limiting beliefs, maybe leave a comment. Am I doing this right? I don't know. So just let me know. Peace.